Saturday continues from Chapel Hill with Cole Anthony's return as his North Carolina Tar Heels host the Boston College Eagles. Hey everybody, alongside Jordan Cornette, I'm Jay Alter. Jordan, it's been a long ways away. 11 games without Cole Anthony, but he will play tonight.
Yeah, and a 500 UNC team. Suddenly, Jay has a lot of juice. Look, Cole Anthony, it's obvious the lift he gives this Tar Heels team. Will he come out here and try to do too much? That could be problematic. He's a selfless star. He's a great teammate. But this North Carolina front line has found their groove, established themselves in the inside. You don't want to deter from what has made you get a few wins here as of late.
Remind you what the five-star freshman has been through. He tweaked that knee in the Bahamas against Oregon, played the next 2 games before electing to have surgery to repair that partially torn meniscus. He missed 11 games. He is not in the starting lineup, but Roy Williams assured us you will see Cole Anthony today as we are underway in Chapel Hill. It's the Tar Heels who start with the ball. You know, Cole Anthony aside, Jordan, this Tar Heels team, it took a while for them to get to this point. They've looked really good, and they've done it by going inside and right on cue. Bacot delivers.
Locked in early. The Tar Heels want to dominate a smallish and not deep front line of Boston College right out of the gates. They make a statement.
These Eagles starting 5, starting together for the 10th time. They're 5-4 in those games. Freshman C.J. Felder fading away, and he knocks it down. This Carolina lineup, back-to-back wins. NC State and Miami, convincing wins. We saw the first possession they go inside. What have you liked most from the Tar Heels in the last 2 victories?
They've been very decisive. They've understood their identity, which is run, rebound, and score inside the painted area.
Tapped around, falls to Brooks. Second effort is good.
Jim Christian, Boston College's head coach, is a basketball coach. He doesn't want to be coaching volleyball this evening. If so, that is advantage Tar Heels.
Thornton fires a 3, rolls around, no good. Inside to Garrison Brooks again, goes right up with it, leaves it short. Again, follows it and stuffs it down. Garrison Brooks.
Let me tell you what, Cole Anthony hasn't even stepped on the floor yet, and he's had an impact. This crowd has showed up. They've got that juice. There's a buzz, and you're seeing an animated effort from this UNC team.
North Carolina ball. Jay Heath lost the handle.
Coming off a double-double, 25 and 11 versus NC State. Garrison Brooks picking up where he left off, and he's fully aware reinforcements are on the way with his teammate Cole Anthony back. Inspired ball out of the gates.
You look at what Garrison Brooks has done against the ACC. He has been a man possessed. Near 19 points a game, averaging a double-double. Boston College has tried to counter the size by subbing in Nick Popovich, the senior, at 6'11", to Mark Brooks. They go right back to Brooks. Bacot on the second effort. Man, North Carolina getting everything they want on the offensive glass right now. Here's the freshman, Jay Heath. Drives the lane, puts it up and in for 2.
And they're going to need that from Jay Heath, a guy who does a lot of work beyond the arc. His probing dribbles. He's one of their big shot hunters. He's got to put some in this afternoon.
Brooks decides to let it fly, no good. Boston College started this ACC season 3-1. Since then, they've lost 5 of 6 in conference. What will it take to get a win on the road tonight, Jordan?
Take a whole lot of spacing you out. You're going to need to make shots. BC is going to have to try to force some turnovers. It's where they thrive, especially in conference, turning their opponent over nearly 14 times. They got to generate some easy stuff.
Play Tech in trouble. Passes off. It'll stay with North Carolina. Roy Williams told us you won't see Cole Anthony for all 40 minutes. He stayed true to his word, but he promised We will see him tonight. 17th year head coach of North Carolina. A win tonight would mark his 200th regular season ACC win.
And there's no formula. It's feel for what they're going to see from Cole Anthony, and that will determine his minutes and how long he plays.
Shot clock winding down, 3 off the mark. Step back 3. And it falls in. The iron very kind for Jared Hamilton, and BC takes its first lead of the night. Inside, Armando Bacot up and under. Can't get the finish. Looking for Jared Hamilton again, but he was poked away. Bacot stayed under the rim. Denied, but a foul.
Unforced errors from Boston College. Can't have it. Need more of plays like these in the half-court setting. The lucky lefty. Part 2 of the Hamilton brothers. Jared gets it from distance.
ACC Network Basketball is brought to you by Zaxby's. Hand-breaded chicken and fresh ingredients made to order only at Zaxby's. We are on Cole Anthony watch. Told he will play, but still in his warm-ups on the bench. Without him, when he went down, they went 2-7, including 6 straight ACC losses. But since then, they've won 2 straight, starting to play North Carolina basketball once again.
And that's very important. Look, Cole Anthony, without a doubt, is one of the best players in the country, and a lot of excitement in this building. And from us to see him get back on the floor, it's great for the game. It's great for the young man. But the story should be for UNC to win this game, what Bacot and Brooks do in the interior versus this thin BC front line.
Now, Bacot and Brooks have all 8 of the Tar Heels points to start this game. They only made 2 threes in that win on the road against NC State. It is tough to make 2 threes in this modern game and win by 10 in conference on the road.
Yeah, and BC having some success.
And here we go. The wait is over. After missing 11 games, Cole Anthony back in the Dean Dome. Jordan, externally, a lot of debate. Will he come back? Will he just go to the NBA draft? Internally, there was no debate. He wanted to come back, and here he is.
Let me tell you, it takes a lot to get these fans on their feet in this building. It doesn't happen a lot. The fans got on their feet, everyone in this building, when Cole Anthony's name was called to come into this game.
Everybody had their eyes on Anthony. Brandon Robinson slams it home.
Inspired ball. They've just got an extra oomph to them because their star has returned. This is dialed in as I've seen Carolina out of the gates of any game.
A travel on Steph Mitchell. 4th turnover early from Boston College.
And Brooks has such a good feel on the interior. He's not a guy that just, if it goes down low, he's looking to score it. Robinson moving without the basketball rewarded there, and an eager passer in Brooks.
Brooks lost the handle that time. Thornton on the drive, dished it off to Hamilton, who had it ripped away from him. That's now 5 BC turnovers early.
BC having success from the field, just completely taking themselves out of it with turnovers.
Anthony a 3. But an offensive rebound, another one tracked down by Bacot. And a foul called on the Eagles.
Bacot is working on the backboard, most especially on the offensive side. When I talk about the Tar Heels being locked in, I look at the 6'10 freshman who's really leading the charge in that regard. And, of course, Garrison Brooks setting the tone like he always does.
Cole Anthony, as expected, shaking off that rust. First game action in 11 games after that partially torn meniscus. Little miscommunication there between Anthony and Brooks.
And you know what that is, Jay? Two guys that haven't played together very much in the last 7 weeks because of the injury with Cole Anthony. Feeling their way as they go here on the floor.
Jay Heath, contested three, no good.
UNC's going to look to run. BC better get back.
Anthony coast to coast, and he's fouled on his way to the rim.
That's what cannot happen for BC. That is where this game can be lost. Yes, in the interior, but in the open floor, nobody commits to Anthony. And when he has momentum, gets a defender on the hip, his offensive savviness is going to draw a whistle.
Big ovation for Cole Anthony. You know, he captivated everybody with that 34-point performance in his debut. Was so good through 9 games, 19 points a game. It's just been the longing, the waiting. And now everybody's starting to believe again. You combine Cole Anthony's return with this 2-game winning streak North Carolina's on, and the belief and the buzz is back in the Dean Dome. BC no points in the last 2.5 minutes, trying to get something going offensively. Popovich couldn't handle it. That's now 5 turnovers in the last couple of minutes for BC. Anthony in traffic, blocked away by C.J. Felder.
How about the effort from Brandon Robinson on a loose ball? When I talk about locked in, the effort coming from UNC, not just on the backboard in the trenches, but defensively as well.
Brooks has to get rid of it, and finally poked away by Popovich. Just held it too long.
Brooks has been careless with the basketball here on a few sequences that are really hurting his team.
Open three, and Jared Hamilton drills it. His second triple. He's made North Carolina pay.
That's where BC can climb back into this. Generating turnovers, getting that run.
Cole Anthony showing off the handles. Gets it back. No good. Everything but the finish from Cole Anthony on that possession.
Jay Heath has a heck of an assignment defensively on Cole Anthony, especially with the buzz in this building. Oh, no, that's not what you want. Don't finish the play is what Jay Heath hopes, because that makes it on the highlights on the ACC Network, on ESPN. Boys in the locker room are dogging you. Very lucky that that pass was distributed.
Tough passage to Felder. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Boston College. Jared Hamilton trying to make something out of nothing. That's an air ball. And an offensive foul against North Carolina. Tar Heels up by 2. Cole Anthony back on the court.
19 points per game, one of the nation's best, has arrived back for North Carolina in Cole Anthony. That's a great look within the flow. Some of these other plays, that's just a rhythm, and it lacking between him and Brooks. They haven't played much together. Brooks put him in a tough spot on that catch. He didn't see it, but put him in a position where it's hard for him to offer it up. But what you are seeing is a Carolina team that has a distinct game plan. It's a small front line of BC, dominate down low. With Cole Anthony coming back and fitting in, some of the hoopla has got them away from what they need to be doing to build a lead here. And that's why they only lead by 2 points 8 minutes into the game.
He's Jordan Cornette. I'm Jay Alter. You said a 2-point lead for Carolina. For Boston College, they're shooting 50%, 4 of 8. The problem is they can't take control of the basketball, and one there. C.J. Felder, count the bucket plus the foul. 6 turnovers for the Eagles, but
what's Justin Pierce doing defensively right there? I mean, there's just
no man's land.
How do you let C.J. Felder be that wide open at ground zero? And then you're going to foul, not hard enough to take away a 3-point play opportunity.
Can't convert the and one. North Carolina, only one of their last 8 from the field.
Got to get back to bully ball.
But Jim Christian, his team has committed 6 turnovers. He's in his 6th year, but yet they're on the road against North Carolina, and they're tied at 12 right in this game.
And they need to continue to manage tempo. They don't want this to be a track meet. They want to continue to force Carolina's perimeter to take tough shots and not get back to establishing the inside. All these things play to BC's favor.
Cole Anthony, shot clock winding down, step back 3, off the mark, and a foul on the rebound. Do you get the sense he's trying to press?
I mean, Cole Anthony is a volume shooter. He's a scoring guard. He's talented enough where Tar Heels fans and the team will live with those shots because the percentage is in their favor. But yet still, BC remains small in the interior. Garrison Brooks needs to be dominant along with Armando Bacot, much like they were in the first few minutes.
That's how they started this game. That's how they've won the last 2 games against Miami and NC State. They have just pounded it inside and found success. Inside to Brooks, trying to get something going. Muscling his way up, off the mark. North Carolina now just 1 of their last 11, completely out of rhythm. And Jay Heath, easy layup on the other end.
Well, Anthony not in a stance ready to guard right there. Some of that is very indicative of rust and conditioning.
Pull-up pop for Keeling, no good.
Got away from low post touches. Where's the high-low basketball? Bacon Brooks.
Rishwain, nobody home, and it falls to Cole Anthony. 1-on-2 goes right into the teeth of Boston College and draws the foul.
And that's where the advantage will always be half from Cole. But going back defensively, I mean, he is upright. Jay Heath is a scorer, low center of gravity and explosive. Allows him to attack that closeout with relative ease.
Nothing but net every Sunday. Our weekly basketball studio show right here on the ACC Network. Special time tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Also on the ESPN app. I'm sure they'll be talking about the big Duke and Syracuse game that's coming your way 8 o'clock on ESPN, and Louisville taking care of business on the road against NC State. Cole Anthony, 4 points, all 4 have come from the foul line.
And in the open floor, he's going to draw that whistle. He thrives in those scenarios. I'm Jay Heath. I'm attacking Cole Anthony, the defender. Let's see where he's at.
Blows right by him there. Can't get the finish, but there to clean up the spill, Nick Popovich.
And because you beat Anthony, it allows for a drive and a pristine offensive rebounding opportunity for Popovich.
Leaky Black steps into that one, and it rolls in. Answers right back. Leaky Black with his first basket of the night.
BC needs to explore opportunities. Heath versus Anthony. Great success early. Can't get away from that. I mean, that's another blow by.
He just lost the ball that time.
The basket. And he can get anywhere he wants on the floor at this point. I mean, this is just ISO ball, hesitation, blow by. And because he gets Bacot up in the air, Popovich inserts in, put back.
Anthony returns the favor, splits defenders, can't get the basket, but again, 2 shots coming.
So shifty watching Cole Anthony play. The rust is not there in that regard. He can get you stood up, get you up in the air. He's going to earn that whistle and convert from the free throw line.
And he's done so tonight. 5 for 5 from the foul line. It's going to take time, obviously. Tar Heels fans, they don't want to be patient, especially at this point in the season, but they have to. If you're Cole Anthony, though, do you think about, yeah, I know you want to shake off the rust, but for the betterment of the team, they've had their most success going inside to Bacot and Brooks. So Anthony checks out of the game.
Listen, they appreciate it, these fans. What I'm not going to do, Jay, is get ahead of Cole Anthony. I tried that at the beginning of the season. Like a lot of experts trying to speculate why come back, his love of the game is why he's here. He's not projecting anything else, tournament, getting back at a certain level. He just wants to play ball. Hoopers want to hoop. And I think that's a great sign to anybody out there questioning what kind of teammate, what kind of guy he is. As we take a look at the drive from Thornton. He's outside of, oh, that is a charge without question. Thornton out of control. You're outside of the window. Keeling taking that charge. I don't know how that's a block.
Roy Williams can't believe it.
But going back to Cole Anthony and that speculation, the belief that he'd sit out, I think he dispelled all those myths and bogus claims that he didn't get along with teammates. These guys love him here, so happy for him to be back, and quite a statement he made to come back and try and help this team and try and keep them thinking postseason at 500 where they stand right now.
In and out of the hands of Justin Pierce. It's now 5 turnovers for North Carolina. Chris Herron Jr. into the game, shoots, comes up empty. Inside looking for Bacot. Popovich read it the whole way. Spins past North Carolina. It was 3-on-1, and yet the Eagles give it away. 9 turnovers for Boston College. Leads to a 3 no good. Offensive rebound. Keeling's there to collect it. Neither team taking care of the basketball. We're tied at 18 with 7:51 to go in the first. No doubt about it, in the 11 games without Cole Anthony, the best 3 for North Carolina, at least offensively, were the last 3. Double overtime loss in Blacksburg and then wins against Miami and NC State. You asked Roy Williams, what's the success? Coming out strong, shooting better than 50% in the first half. They've done that the last 3 games, only shooting 26% from the field so far tonight.
There was such a concerted effort in those halves of 50% from the field or better to go inside. UNC started this game in that manner, and then when Cole Anthony came in, they got away from that focus. They got caught up in the hoopla of their star returning, and that's where the field goal percentage started to dip. And that's not just on Cole Anthony, that's on the bigs. Demand that basketball, make your presence felt, and then you start to see that productivity return.
Anthony not on the floor right now for the Tar Heels. And you're right, Jordan, Bacot and Brooks combined for the first 8 points of the night. Boston College has shot their way back into this game and now lead by 3 after that Steph Mitchell triple. But an instant response from Andrew Platek. Foul called. We mentioned that Brooks and Bacot had the first 8 points of this game. Both of them are stuck on 8 points, have not scored since that strong start.
Yeah, and Bacot is gassed defensively. Mitchell had him out at the 3-point line. The closeout was very slow from Bacot, which ultimately got the lefty to bang down a 3. And then on the outside, there was another blow-by in this possession. So Mitchell looks to have a favorable matchup versus Bacot. because of his versatility as an offensive performer.
Well, Brooks back on the floor now after a couple of minutes on the bench. C.J. Felder and a foul reach in from Leaky Black with the shot clock at 7. That's his second foul, and now Boston College shooting 1-1 the rest of the way.
And Coach Williams is upset because you don't need it. Felder is no threat going between his legs.
He's so far from the basket.
That far from the basket. Let him try to make a move that will inevitably probably result in a turnover.
This is the front end of the 1-1. Leaky Black back running the one like he has with Cole Anthony's absence. North Carolina still can't make it 3. 0 for 5 from deep tonight.
Right here, you got to get, that's where you get Bacot to touch on the angle. Playtech missed an opportunity. Robinson may have one.
Great pass. Bacot too strong, no good. Hamilton takes it all the way himself, slapped out of bounds, stays with the Eagles. The credit Jim Christian's team on the road, as you said. Palpable buzz with Cole Anthony back for the first time in 11 games as he returns to the court. They weathered that storm, they weathered the crowd, and now the crowd's kind of been taken out of this game because of Boston College, their ability to make shots and take a lead.
And despondent BC fans may be saying, well, we hung with Louisville in the first half and then it opened up. Well, no, Louisville can score 80+ per game. Carolina's not that kind of team, and the score is trending favorably for a BC team.
Off-balance shot doesn't fall from Jarius Hamilton. Here's Cole Anthony. Great pass from Anthony. Threads the needle to Garrison Brooks. Can't get the finish, though. Brooks and Bacot still at that 8 number that they started the game with. And a 3 on the other end. Jarius Hamilton drills it. Largest lead of the night for Boston College. Foul called off the ball.
And this is the second time where there's been a lack of communication. I mean, you've got 2 guys on one. Leakey's trying to find his guy, goes left, and Jarius Hamilton, who's averaging 16+ in his last 3 games, left wide open for 3. We saw Pierce get lost in one sequence, now Black, and it's costed the Tar Heels.
Bacot makes the front end of the 1-1. Now, they've listened to you, Jordan. North Carolina, they've made a concerted effort to go back inside. Bacot and Brooks getting looks, just not cashing in on them.
Yeah, and the delivery came a little bit too far out than what I would have liked. Bacot on his catch a few sequences before. Power dribble, go to the rim. Don't just settle for the short jumper, much like Brooks had as well.
Here's Jay Heath working on Anthony. Escapes him, fires, and hits. Jay Heath has dominated that matchup so far tonight.
I mean, Cole Anthony can't keep up with him. You expect him to be a step slower. Being in condition and being in game shape are 2 different things.
Charge called on Cole Anthony, going the other way.
Cole thinks he's in the circle. We'll get another look. Definitely not. Definite charge.
Was he moving, though? You say no?
I don't think so.
Six points for Cole Anthony, all from the foul line. That's his second foul. offensive foul. Moving screen is the call.
Without a doubt. There's moving. you get in this. You get in the path and move the defender off. And defenders always say, "But my hands are up." Well, you're still with your body initiating contact,
right?
Taking Cole Anthony away from his path. That's a standard whistle.
Robinson stays with it. Picked up his dribble, has to get rid of it. Finds Garrison Brooks. Back to Robinson for a three. In and out.
Jay Heath, he needs to want this one.
Charge called. He thought he found a Jarius Hamilton wide open in the corner, but it's going the other way. Boston College, a road lead in Carolina.
6'3" freshman guard Jay Heath for the Eagles is a confident performer. Can get to spots on a 4-and-a-half success, attacking closeouts most especially. The assignment has been Cole Anthony's at times, and Jay Heath has exploited that to get wherever he wants. Cole Anthony, conditioned, yes, but game shape, an entirely different beast. Jay Heath taking full advantage.
Cole Anthony's return, but it's Jay Heath who has feasted on that matchup. And in terms of ACC freshmen, he's among the best. And he's led this Boston College team. Jim Christian saying, "We go as Heath goes." In the games we've won, he's been terrific. In the games we've lost, he's looked like a freshman.
And you can throw Derek Thornton in there as well. The guard play from the Eagles is paramount because they get so little from the interior.
North Carolina, 3 of their last 20 field goals. They have not made a basket in nearly 4 minutes. Trying to change that on this three, and they do! Brandon Robinson buries it. Much needed triple for this Tar Heels team.
And it's simple. Cole Anthony's going to attract defensive attention. Make yourself available in places to score.
And Anthony got his hand in that one, causing the turnover. Brooks was wide open, but couldn't handle it cleanly.
What kind of screening setup is that for Bacot? That's no angle.
They get it to Bacot, and he takes it to the rack for 2. North Carolina back on top. Timeout, Jim Christian. We'll step aside for 30. North Carolina back in front. A surge from Armando Bacot.
Cole Anthony, Jay, that's the story. The defensive pressure and attention he gets allows players to be able to score. Brandon Robinson gets a 3. Then again here, I didn't love the screening angle on the ball screen from Bacot, but 2 defenders just blitz Cole Anthony. A willing passer, a very skilled passer, finds his teammates in positions to win.
For Boston College in this first half, the Eagles have 12 turnovers and only 10 made baskets.
Hard to find a rhythm.
Typically not a good sign, and yet they have the lead on the road in the Dean Dome thanks to Nick Popovich.
You got to be thinking we value the basketball, the kind of lead you could build here on the road.
With those numbers in conference on the road, this team would typically be down double digits. Instead, leading by 1 with a little more than 2 minutes to play in this first half. Robinson created space, left it short. Ball bounces back to North Carolina, though. Tar Heels back in front.
You talk about the return of Cole Anthony. How about Jeremiah Francis? Back from being out the last 2 games with that nagging knee injury.
He's been in and out of this Tar Heels lineup. But his first touch of the game leads to 2 points. Thornton in traffic, stays with it, can't connect.
Feels like a possession. You get it down low to Brooks.
Well, they read your mind, but so did Nick Popovich. Transition 3. It's good. Count it, plus the foul.
Comedy of errors there from the Tar Heels.
Jared Hamilton knocks down his 3rd 3 of the night, and he has a chance to make it a 4-point play.
You just got Jeremiah Francis running back to the goal, not coming out to the defender. A little too late, overzealous with the effort, causes a 4-point play opportunity for BC here.
Jared Hamilton, the senior and older brother of Jarius Hamilton, steps to the line. Leading scorer today for Boston College.
And Jarius, who's really been the story for this team as of late. Jared, the elder of the Hamilton brothers, the story here in the first stanza.
10 points. And he completes the 4-point play. Eagles lead by 3. Inside to Brooks. Robinson takes it inside, puts it up, off the mark. Back to Hamilton, contested 3, why not? Almost banks in, but goes begging.
Confidence reasons you want to get a basket here for the Tar Heels.
We remind you, doubleheader in women's basketball Thursday right here on the ACC Network. Starts at 6 Eastern, North Carolina and Duke, and then number 5 Louisville taking on number 14 Florida State. Both games on the ACC Network and the ESPN app. How about the Louisville women? Perfect 10-0 in ACC play, 13 straight wins.
They love their basketball, the men and women's side down there in Louisville for good reason. The Yum Center had a good product on the floor.
Coming out of his Roy Williams timeout, what kind of possession do you want for the Tar Heels?
It's going to be a low post touch. It has to be a low post touch. It's going to be some formula of Bacot or Brooks here to get back to how they started this game and finding that dominance that is so clearly there that they got away from. And because of the fight from these Eagles down low and because of UNC's getting away from it, the Eagles have all the momentum at this point in this game.
The same amount of made baskets that they have turnovers, Boston College, and yet on the road, leading by 3. Into Bacot, splitting defenders, finds Playtech, up, and he's fouled. Junior heads to the line for 2.
Bacot as a facilitator, vastly underrated. 7 assists in that Miami throttling. And once again here, making a play by passing.
That one rolls in for the junior. Playtech shooting a hair under 60% from the foul line.
Impressive line right there. That's the kind of Bacot you'd love to get on a nightly basis. He has that type of potential. As a first-round draft pick when he puts it all together.
Shot clock is off for Boston College. They will in all likelihood take in a halftime lead, looking to add to the 2-point lead. Thornton, step back jumper, no good. North Carolina has time. 2 seconds, a heave. And Cole Anthony's return through 20 minutes. The Tar Heels trailing by 2 to Jim Christian in Boston College. It's a simple game. You make threes, you give yourself a chance. That's what Boston College has done.
BC has come in here willing to fight. They have not been dominated on the inside. So I would have expected Carolina to come out and establish themselves. And also the tempo of this game has been at a pace where BC can manage those 3-point shots extremely helpful.
Halftime score one more time. Boston College 32, North Carolina 30. We'll be back with the halftime report after this short break. 2:30, 20 minutes down, 20 to go. As we welcome you back to Chapel Hill. It's been another freshman, Armando Bacot, leading the way for the Tar Heels. When they've gone inside, they've been really effective. He's got 8 points for North Carolina tonight.
And he's remained aggressive and active in attack mode, been good on the backboard. But the story is Hamilton, and not the one we expected to be talking about, Jay. So much celebration of Jarius as of late for the Eagles, but it's the lefty Jared who's been doing it, and most especially the three-point line, 3 of 5 there to really give his Eagles a boost.
Boston College, 12 made buckets in that first half, 12 turnovers. That's typically not good, and yet they lead by 2. Jordan Cornette, Jay Alter back here for the second half. Look, Cole Anthony, he's been back. It's been great to see him on the floor. Hasn't made a basket yet. All 6 points have come from the foul line. It'd be naive to think that he would come back and pick up where he left off. But when he's on the floor, they haven't gone inside, and that's not the DNA. They want to pound it in.
They've gone back into some bad habits of watching Cole Anthony shine and do some things that he's just not quite ready to do just yet. He's a star, but there's some rust involved. Garrison Brooks needs to stay locked in. Out of the gates in the first 5 minutes, took 6 shots. The remainder of that half, when Cole Anthony came back in, he took 2 shots and didn't connect on either. And that's been the story kind of for this season with Garrison Brooks playing alongside Cole Anthony. And he's got to be a guy that says, hey, the advantage is down low. Let's get it done. Expect more of that in the second half for the Tar Heels.
Mitchell steps into a shot to open the second half, goes begging. You mentioned that great stat on Garrison Brooks. He started this game like the man we saw Monday night. 25 points, 11 rebounds in that win at NC State. But since Cole Anthony entered the game, only 2 shots. He missed them both. C.J. Felder knocks that one down for the Eagles to go up 4.
And both teams need to tighten in terms of turnovers. Giveaways are happening too much in the first half. Need to be limited here in the second.
Inside to Baycott, turns, attacks the rim, no good. Derek Thornton, the blow by, kick out 3, off the mark.
Garrison Brooks has an advantage down low with Thornton.
Calling for the ball, they don't give it to him.
Mitchell recovers.
Now Garrison Brooks has it. Trying to get back in rhythm, muscling his way to the rim. Second effort, no good, but he's fouled, and we'll get 2 at the line.
Good things happen when Brooks gets in touch early on in a possession down on the low block. It's either going to draw a whistle, he's either going to convert, or it's going to allow a putback from Baycott or somebody else. A great spacing here, allowing him to operate with patience and ultimately get to the line. And if there was no whistle, Baycott would have a dunk finish as a putback.
Rattles in and out. Next Saturday, noon Eastern time, right here on ACC Network. Florida State taking on Miami. Start your college basketball Saturday right here in the ACC with a great matchup between Miami and Florida State. That was a great game the first time those 2 teams met. Seminoles won it in overtime. AC leading by 4 on the road. Hamilton curls it in. A little spin from the sophomore, and it's the largest lead of the night. Eagles up 6.
BC getting driving lanes whenever they want them.
Looking for that immediate answer. No good from Leaky Black. Felder left it short. Brooks backing down Felder again, fouled, count it.
And that's it. Don't get bored with it. Garrison Brooks is an absolute star. He's a first-team all-conference performer. One I've marveled at every time I've had the ability to see him live. Get him involved, play on his side, and let him play versus Felder, a 6'7" freshman. That's advantage Brooks every time.
Now we said it, headed into the second half. With Cole Anthony off the floor to start this game, they went inside. They were really effective to open this game up. He comes into the game. They don't go inside as much. They lose that identity, and now to start the second half, they're going right back in.
And let me put that in perspective. In the 9 games that Cole Anthony played, there was only 3 times that the big fella Garrison Brooks took 10 or more shots. Every game with Anthony out, he hit 10 at least or more.
How about Jay Heath, the freshman phenom, drills another triple. Now a 7-point lead for Boston College. All that buzz we talked about with Cole Anthony coming back has been sucked out of the Dean Dome right now. Another offensive rebound for the Tar Heels, though. Doesn't lead the points. Thornton lost the handle. Foul called in transition.
Jay Heath is a confident performer, arguably the best scorer alongside Thornton on this team. Takes the handoff, play tech goes under, and you can't do that for a guy who shoots 38% and had himself a solid first half. He's feeling himself. You got to get over the top of that screen to contest, or maybe even deny the path and make him retreat back.
For North Carolina, they have dominated the glass. 11 offensive rebounds. The problem, though, they've only cashed in for 6 second chance points. Looking for Brooks. Finally, they get it to him. Here's the junior. Turns and faces. Now backing down Popovich. Muscling his way to the rim. Not enough on it. Battle for the ball. Brooks thought he came up with it. Instead, they say jump ball. I don't know if Popovich actually had a piece of that ball to justify the jump ball call. It'll stay North Carolina's way because of the possession arrow, though.
I don't love how pushed off the block you have Brooks right here. And because of that late execution on where he gets it, the rest of the play breaks down.
Has a mismatch, trying to use it. He had Derek Thornton on him. 6-inch height advantage, that 45-pound weight advantage, and instead fouled and goes to the foul line to try and get 2.
And what I'm also most impressed with Brooks, despite the productivity, he's an Iron Man. And he's playing 37 minutes per game in conference. And when he's that much of a focal point, to still be able to defend, rebound, and score it, it's impressive.
Rolls in and out. And Boston College has the ball. Baycott called for the whistle. That's his first. Brooks checks out of the game. And he's frustrated.
He's frustrated because he hasn't been able to punctuate some of those finishes. He's gotten the whistle, but he wants 3-point play opportunities. Greedy with it, and you love that from your big fella.
Thornton, pull up pop, no good. Miscommunication, the steal, Jared Hamilton, the slam. Largest lead of the night for Boston College. They're up to a 9-point advantage.
Average nearly 9 steals per game, turn their opponent over in conference 14 times per game. That kickstarts their offense, allows them to build this lead. These aren't forced errors. These are unforced errors, compounded by the fact they're live ball turnovers, a miscommunication. Jared Hamilton, punctuation.
Jim Christian's Boston College team has opened up a 9-point lead on the road in Chapel Hill. Look at the reaction of Jay Heath on that Jared Hamilton slam. This team, they've been through a frustrating season, but they are playing with confidence and playing with love right now.
Jay, find you a partner in life that celebrates your wins like that. I know your lovely wife does, man. Really cool.
I know yours does too. Those two, the 1-2 punch, 21 combined points out of Boston College's 41. Cole Anthony back into the game. Looking for his first basket, a force there. And a run out for BC. Steph Mitchell fouled.
And that for Cole Anthony is what I was wondering would occur, is a guy who wants to come back in, and because he's such an elite talent, wants to change the world with every play. You got to let it happen within the rhythm of your game. And with the bigs on the floor, you don't have that Brooks-Bacot option, so it's going to be a heavy focus on Anthony.
Derek Thornton with Anthony with a hand in his face. Can't get it to go. North Carolina, like they've struggled for most of this season, struggling from three tonight, just 1 of 9 from deep. Wide open look here, passing off. Anthony. It's good. His first made basket since the 11-game injury is a three. Brings his crowd back into it. Mitchell's second effort and an instant response from Boston College. Picked up his dribble. He's in trouble. Has to get rid of it and does. 8 seconds to shoot. Brandon Robinson has to hurry, decides to launch a deep three. Quick pass, Popovich. Goaltending the call, count the bucket.
That'll get you a seat on the bench quickly. Huffman doesn't move well to begin with, but a whole unawareness of Popovich beating him down the floor. And Bacot and Brooks will quickly get the call. On the other side, a friendly bounce for a friendly face that the Tar Heels are happy to have back on the floor, but finding his rhythm will be a process, like you mentioned, Jay.
It was naive to think he would come right back, although looking good here. A little miscommunication from Brooks, but another friendly bounce for Garrison Brooks, and he heads to the line to complete the three-point play.
That's the connection that the Tar Heels need to ride moving forward with this second half if they hope to get a home win. Probing dribbles from Anthony, draws the defense because he's playing downhill. And the big fella, Garrison Brooks, with the finish at the end of that.
It was a nice adjustment from Brooks, who didn't go up for it at first. A hesitation, kept it in bounds with his left hand. Can't convert the three-point play, though.
That's the decision-making that Cole Anthony has shown time and time again.
Brooks 0 for 6 from the foul line. Contested three. Jared Hamilton's had the hot hand, didn't have it there. Anthony, great pass. Robinson, acrobatic, can't get the finish. And another foul underneath. This time it's Armando Bacot controlling the glass.
Bacot active on that backboard. Bully ball. 14 offensive rebounds for the Tar Heels. They got to make these free throws so they have the points to show for it. But you love the activity from your big fella clearing space and earning a position at the line.
North Carolina started this game 10 for 10 from the foul line. Since then, including that, just 2 of their last 9. National Signing Day is Wednesday. The Huddle has you covered for all the ACC recruits. Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern Time, right here on the ACC Network. A great crew led by Jordan Cornette. You'll be in studio for that. North Carolina fans, you've got a good one. Mack Brown, he's brought in the 5-star defensive end, Desmond Evans. Under Armour All-American that the Tar Heels are really excited about.
And a special quarterback in Sam Howell that lit up the country in the conference last season.
BC leading by 7. That might have been a walk. Got away with it there. Popovich drawing the double team. Nothing doing.
The numbers.
Robinson a 3. Can't connect. Got a great look, just couldn't knock it down.
And a great decision from Bacot to find the shooter in Robinson.
2 of 12 from 3. That has hampered this team all season, and it's doing so tonight. Jay Heath! Oh my, the freshman flying to the rim. Count it plus the foul.
Jay Heath is fun to watch. Looked like he was going to go one way, change of direction, and saw the defender coming, locked eyes with the defender, then returned those eyes to the goal to play through the contact.
I knew we'd be talking about a freshman guard tonight. I just didn't think it'd be the Jay Heath show in Cole Anthony's return. 10-point lead for Boston College. Anthony for 3. He's got it! Cole Anthony knocks down his second triple. And a travel on the other end.
Hey, Jay, 2 words for you, my friend. Cole Anthony.
DC Network and the ESPN app. Cole Anthony's return. He's kind of the Simba of this North Carolina team. If you're looking for a Lions King reference, they played the song and everyone's lifting their babies.
Well, life, come on, man. Everybody knows the song.
Well, right now, they're looking for life down 7. Cole Anthony, a 3 right before we took a break. Mouth to the camera, I'm back. He's got 2 threes and 12 points. Step back 3, Robinson. Nothing but the bottom of the net. It's only a 2. Foot on the line. Anthony almost got to that one. And this crowd has grown into the game. Had a buzz to start. Boston College took them out of it for a large portion of this game. But they're right back in it with North Carolina back within 5.
Here's the matchup. It's been favorable to Heath.
Off to Hamilton, left it way short. Cole Anthony fouled. He'll head to the line again, where he's a perfect 6 for 6 tonight.
Cole Anthony's allowed the game come to him in these last few sequences of success. 2 3-point shots. He allowed his teammates to do the work to get it to him. Here in the push, hesitates, then opportunistic once he saw a gap.
It took so long for this North Carolina team to learn how to play without Cole Anthony. They were 2-7 in their first 9 games without him. They finally found a rhythm, won 2 straight. Now you have to learn how to play with him.
Absolutely, and Cole Anthony has to trust more about the pieces around him in terms of, okay, let me allow them to do some things and the ball will come to me.
Foul called on Armando Bacot.
It's a head scratcher.
That's his 3rd.
It's an absolute head scratcher. 25 feet from the basket. A non-3-point threat. I love the ball pressure. The crowd's in it, but you still got to think the game.
What was a 10-point Boston College lead is down to just 3. Here's Jay Heath. Freshman springs to action. Jared Hamilton way out of control. Anthony thought about it. Now off to Bacot. He lost the handle but was fouled.
And again, the proper decision from Cole. Wanted to hit that step back that he's so gifted with, but saw a defense coming at him, got the ball out of his hands, allowed his teammate to make a play in Bacot.
That's the 4th foul called on Derek Thornton. C.J. Felder also has 4 fouls as Boston College, still 10 minutes left of this second half, starts to think about foul trouble. Next Saturday, you can start your college basketball with Miami and number 5 Florida State. Noon coming to you right here on the ACC Network. How has North Carolina's offense improved in this second half?
Well, Cole Anthony knocking down a couple shots has given them another option besides just the interior. Cole has injected life.
It's a 9-0 run. Contested step back Jay, way off the mark, and a foul called. That's just a frustration foul.
And there's been a few of those on both sides, but this one takes Cole Anthony to the free throw line.
And now that's 4 fouls on Jay Heath. North Carolina will be shooting the rest of the way. 10th team foul already on Boston College. Cole Anthony, a perfect 9 for 9 from the foul line and a chance to give the Tar Heels their lead. First lead of this second half. Thornton through traffic. Hamilton steps into it and hits. Much needed bucket, and the senior delivers. Inside to Brooks, backing down Popovich. Muscling his way to the rim, it falls right off it.
It's a heck of a block out for Mitchell to get Bacot pushed off.
Popovich dribbles into a double team. Somebody's open. Popovich a 3. Oh, how about it? Nick Popovich drills it. All the momentum was with North Carolina, and now Boston College with back-to-back baskets. Errant pass there, falls right to Mitchell.
BC's credit, they absorbed the punch and responded back. Those dribble drives have collapsed that defense and allowed for good-looking shot opportunities. Hamilton knocks one down. And again, Storen doing work. Popovich moving without it. Doesn't shoot a great percentage, but capable from there, and knocks down the three-pointer.
Thornton steps right into it, knocks it down. Derek Thornton makes it 3 straight buckets for the Eagles. What a response.
Defensively, the perimeter from the Tar Heels is failing time and time again to prevent that initial drive. BC's guards getting wherever they want.
It's a 7-0 Boston College run.
Trying to take that ball out of Cole Anthony's hands.
Calls for it, triggers the 3, can't hit it. Thornton catches it on the run. Tried to take it all the way himself, and they call a foul. Thought that was just out of bounds instead of foul. Derek Thornton at the foul line. When we come back, Eagles up by 6. Thank you, Kelsey. Yes, that game follows the drama here on Tobacco Road. Roy Williams' UNC team went on an 11-0 run. Jim Christian's Boston College team immediately answered with a 7-0 run of their own, and it's a 6-point Eagles lead. Looking for more here. Corner three, blocked.
The effort from Leaky Black.
Anthony took it all the way himself. Floater falls.
Defense runs away from Cole Anthony inexplicably.
Foul called on the dribble. First made basket in nearly 4 minutes for the Tar Heels. Much needed.
I understand being scared of Cole Anthony, but running away from him while he has the ball is not the answer. Great touch. Feels like he's regained that rhythm, and without question, Cole Anthony has been the difference here in the second half for the Tar Heels.
Thornton makes the front end of the 1-and-1. If you're North Carolina, you're shooting worse than 30% from the floor, yet you only find yourself down 5. Now 6.
Boston College, 4 fouls for Heath and Thornton. Thornton on the floor, Heath is not.
Straight to the rack. Leaky Black. Thornton in trouble, passes out of it, finds Jared Hamilton, who knocks it down. Jared Hamilton up to 16 points. He leads Boston College in scoring. Robinson a 3. Rims out. North Carolina 3 of 15 from deep. Thornton has a step on Anthony, tried to use it, put too much on it. Great pass into Brooks, the extra pass to Robinson, buries it! Brandon Robinson cuts the lead in half. It'll stay Boston College basketball with 9 seconds on the shot clock.
And the fluid offense on both sides as Thornton's able to thread the needle, splitting the defense and finding Hamilton. But right here, trusting your teammates as Anthony finds Brooks. Brooks kicks it out to Robinson. The best three-point shooter on the team makes him pay. And it all starts with Cole Anthony trusting his guys, delivering it to Brooks, allowing Brooks to get it over ultimately to Robinson.
Into Heath, wide open. He'll typically make you pay. That one rimmed out. Offensive rebound, Boston College.
Both the guards, the backcourt for the Eagles, have 4 fouls. If I'm UNC's perimeter, I'm attacking these guys defensively.
5 seconds to shoot. Thornton goes into attack mode. He'll get 2 foul shots, one at the end, one opportunity though.
Keep in mind with Cole Anthony's ability to draw a whistle with how savvy and shifty he is, it should be no problem for him to either foul out Heath or Thornton, who's ever defending him next time down.
Both guys with 4 fouls. Thornton a perfect 5 for 5 from the foul line. You look at the foul trouble, 3 guys with 4 fouls, and then Popovich with 3. Cole Anthony, step back 3. Can't connect this time, but perfect position for the follow, Justin Pierce. 1 possession game. Heath, great pump fake, trying to get it back to Thornton. Off his hands. 15 turnovers for Boston College.
Justin Pierce at that 3 spot has the ability to do things like this. Blitz from the perimeter, a putback. Carolina rebounding to generate offense. I know that, North Carolina.
North Carolina, but the Tar Heels focused on this game, trying to turn Cole Anthony's return into a win. Right now, trailing Boston College by 3. The shots have just not fallen, but they've grinded their way into a one-possession game. Anthony on the blow-by, scoop to the hoop. Cole Anthony has 20 in his return. Thornton, a 3, goes begging. Popovich pulls down the offensive rebound, and he's immediately tied up with Leaky Black. It'll stay Boston College basketball. Check out this reverse.
It's just a decision-making, patient to wait for the defense to allow him that driving lane, and rather than dribble it into a double team, because that's what he gets attention-wise. He sees a path and is explosive to get to.
Took him a little while to get going, but this is the Cole Anthony Tar Heels fans have expected. Thornton, nice crossover. Kick out 3, Mitchell can't connect.
Thornton's got 4 fouls. I wouldn't give the ball up.
Robinson right to the rim, and it falls in! North Carolina back in front thanks to Brandon Robinson. And an immediate reply from Derek Thornton. Baycott with a head of steam, double teamed, handed off. Count it! Plus the foul. Garrison Brooks.
I mean, how about this environment, Jay Alter? We got a ball game.
Fun finish coming. Carolina back in front with 3:16 to play. We've had 14 lead changes. Here's the last one, courtesy Garrison Brooks.
Yeah, and Scout's got to be drooling at Baycott. His composure to catch that at the elbow, spin away from a double team, deliver to his interior guy, and Brooks, who earns a whistle and a basket. The composure of Baycott is what sticks out there, and the synergy between the 2 Carolina bigs.
Back and forth affair in the ACC. We've come to expect nothing less. And now Garrison Brooks steps to the line, the junior, 0 for 6 from the foul line tonight, trying to complete his 3-point play. Missed it. Battle for the rebound. It's loose. Possession arrow, North Carolina. Tar Heels will keep the basketball.
It's a winning play from Leaky Black. It's a winning play to get down on the ground, get dirty, get your hands in there without fouling. Give your guys another possession.
Cole Anthony had 6 points of that first half, all from the foul line. In this second half, he started the heat up. 14 second half points, and he has engineered the Carolina comeback.
And his decision-making has been flawless. 4 of 7 in that second half. 1 turnover in 22 minutes of play from a guy that gets this kind of defensive attention. Wow.
Here's Anthony with a hand in his face, fouled. He'll head to the line.
Decision-making once again from Cole Anthony. Had a gap to pursue. Saw the defense close in. Watch how he stops. Sees the double coming, doesn't drive into it, pulls up and draws the foul with the mid-range, seeing what's in front of him.
A perfect 11 for 11 from the foul line in his return. Nearly 7 weeks on the sideline with an injury. It's been worth the wait for Tar Heels fans trying to close this game out. Up three with 3 to go. Thornton, big time bucket. Derek Thornton delivers. And Boston College gets the ball right back. "12 points for Derek Thornton tonight. Extra pass, Hamilton a 3, rattles in and out. Boston College decides to pull it out. 15 seconds to shoot, trailing by 1. Thornton, the former Duke Blue Devil, back-to-back baskets, and Boston College back up by 1. Anthony fouled. He'll get another 2 coming.
And this sequence is a painful one to watch for a Tar Heels team that did so much. Thornton knocks down the jump shot. Just the inbound, a miscommunication there, which ultimately leads to Thornton making a pay from almost the same spot. Right back, that 4-point swing is huge.
Cole Anthony, an opportunity to take the lead from the foul line. Tied at 67. 13 for 13 from the foul line tonight. Down the stretch, it's been 2 guards, Cole Anthony and Derek Thornton, going punch for punch. Tar Heels lead again. 16 lead changes tonight.
Really feels like it's going to come down to Thornton or Anthony, their decision-making with the basketball, because they have been ball dominant here down the stretch.
Popovich to the rim, and a blocking call will send Nick Popovich to the line for 2.
I'm saying he was within the arc down there.
Take another look.
And he jumped into Popovich. Could have stayed planted and maybe moved up just an inch. And I think he gets that whistle going his way.
Rolls in. Tied at 68. Jim Christian's team started ACC play 3-1. Since then, they've lost 5 of 6, trying to steal one on the road here. Rolls around, does not drop. 90 seconds left in regulation. We're tied at 68.
Oh, you're gonna gotta be a high ball screen probably. Oh, you're gonna see zone here from BC. Look for the gap for Brooks to operate. Mid-post area for Brooks.
Cole Anthony in his return. 5 on the timer. Deep 3. No good. Who do you go to here if you're Boston College?
Derek Thornton's going to try and drive this thing and figure it out, find an open teammate.
Back to Thornton, and he's fouled on the drive.
It's been head down on the catch for Thornton every time, and he's been able to get 2 feet in that paint and either find a scoring play or a shooter at the three-point line or get a whistle. Here he gets the correct whistle as Brooks just shoves him out of bounds.
Derek Thornton started his college career down the road, a 5-star recruit to Duke. Missed it. He has one more. He then transferred to USC and now back on the East Coast with Boston College. The weight of this game on his shoulders. Boston College back in front.
Again, you're showing a 2-3 zone look here from the Eagles, which again, right at the nail around the ACC logo, needs to be a Carolina big as a receiver to collapse the defense.
Anthony driving right into Thornton and cashes in. Shot clock is off. Carolina leads by 1. Hamilton missed it, but a foul is called. And Brandon Robinson is down, clutching at his right ankle. A foul was called on the Jared Hamilton shot. And it was called on Robinson. That's his 5th foul. So he's fouled out of this game. And he is clearly in pain.
And this just makes you sick. Watching a Carolina team that's been laden with injury. Hard to see what happened in terms of injury, but in terms of contact, I mean, he hit the shooting hand.
So you agree with the call?
Yeah, I mean, you always hate those kind of calls, but without a doubt, he made contact with the shooter. Got him at that release point of that left hand, that dominant hand of the shooter in Hamilton. Hate to see this happen for Brandon Robinson.
Brandon Robinson helped off of the court. He is fouled out of this game. The officials right now are checking to see if Jared Hamilton will be shooting 2 or 3. They've confirmed the senior will step to the line with 3 foul shots coming. Here just got to look at the replay on the foul call. You can hear their response to it. So Jared Hamilton, the Charlotte, North Carolina native, steps to the line for 3 critical foul shots. One. 77% foul shooter on the season. Gets one more to try and take the lead. Hits it. 1-point lead for Boston College.
It's got to be Cole Anthony, without a doubt, to decide it. High ball screener, they go 4-5. He wants a ball screen for Brooks.
Calling for the screen, it came late. 3 on the timer, heaves it up, no good! Boston College has spoiled Cole Anthony's return. Hold on, the officials will check the monitors to see if time did indeed expire, but as it stands, Jim Christian's team a road win in Cole Anthony's return.
Absolutely crushing. For it to go down on a questionable foul on a 3-point shot. That, as other angles showed within the arena, did not look like a foul. And here, clear frustration from Cole Anthony, who wanted a high ball screen from Brooks and had to abandon ship and make a play of his own. Tough finish.
And now it's official.
Having seen replays, that's a tough whistle. I did not see foul or contact.
26 points for Cole Anthony in his return, but it ends in a Tar Heels loss. Boston College, their first win against North Carolina in 13 attempts. Derek Thornton, the former Duke Blue Devil, tonight's Zaxby's player of the game. A road win for Thornton and this Eagles team.
Would have liked to see maybe a timeout there from Carolina. You had the timeouts. You have Cole Anthony. I say you call a timeout, you draw something up there. But let's take a look at the controversial play here. Was this a foul from Brandon Robinson on Hamilton? There's contact on the hand. There is contact clearly on the replay. It's the right call. The fans don't like it. There was foul on the shot. The proper call was made.
Once again, our final score: Boston College 71, North Carolina 70. ACC basketball, more of it coming your way. For our entire crew, Jordan Cornette, I'm Jay Alter, sending you to Clemson Wake.